At Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Finance, we are the future of crypto.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Vibra Live. Was watching Rags earlier. He had the glasses on, looking real sharp, so I figured I would put the glasses on too, so I look sophisticated. Obviously got to rock the Pulsechain hat. We're down, 60% on the day today. So, got to show love now. I mean, if not now, come on. When? You got to believe, baby. You got to believe. There we go. 40% on the day. Wham. We pretty much got FTX rugged. And you know what? As soon as I saw it happen at it was maybe 11 o'clock-ish, 10:50, I loaded all my Ethereum up to the Pulsechain bridge and sent it over to Wrapped ETH. And I bought some more Pulsechain, some more Texan, and some more PulseX. Actually, no, PulseX, Texan, and TYRH, and some more time. So I was just looking at my portfolio, figured, you know what, why not get another 10 million PulseX, send it into Staker app for long-term storage, and call it a day. I really was wrong. Shout out Hex Bull. I did not think we would see Hex at a half a cent again. And here we are. 0.0056. I think on that stream, I said if it does go down there, it's going to take some kind of catastrophic event or horrific event. And I would think that this qualifies for that. What the SEC is doing here is just wrong. How do you miss Voyager? How do you miss Celsius? How do you miss FTX? How do you miss the biggest Ponzi schemes, the biggest scams? And then after the $1 billion Richard raised, you're going to go after him for $12 million and then luxury goods that he bought. He raised more money for charity than they're going after him for. That's nowhere. I don't see that in these articles. Everywhere, all of the major sites, they all have not hit pieces, but whatever. It's news, it's lawsuits, but every one of them is a different headline. None of them are the same article. They're just slightly different wording. But guys, it's everywhere. And you know what? How I know that this is good publicity. Some people say that, oh no, all publicity is not good. That's not true. Well, yesterday I was looking at the volume on PulseX and I was scared as hell. It was at 1.19 million. And now we're up to 15 million. So we've now what's that? 10x in volume. No, more 15x in volume. Wait, no, 10x in volume overnight. And that's what we need to see. So this definitely did spark something. People are trading, people are buying coins, or people are just straight up dumping. I don't know which one it is. It's one of the three. We got Render up here, up 10% in 24 hours, but I don't know how they're getting these numbers. It's really bizarre. Somebody explain this to me in the chat, because how does one of these coins here, I thought when you sell it, the price goes down. Well, how on a couple of these buys or these sells, the price was going up. So if you look down here, the price was at a cent, and then this sell right here of 25 bucks. These were my two sales right here. And how the hell did I sell, or the next guy after me? So I sold the price down. Sorry, I'll zoom in a little bit right here, from 5926 to 5717. and then the next guy after me sold and the price went up. How's that possible? And then the next guy came in and bought $1 and the price went up. And the next guy bought and the price went up. The next guy sold and the price went up. The next guy sold $9 and the price went up 15%. I don't understand this. Chris from the verse, somebody shout, I explain this to me. I'm just, unless Pulsechain gained value against it, and that way it was valued differently. That's the only thing I could think of is Pulsechain pumped in the meantime. But still, I don't know. It's just weird as hell. And I was actually lucky as hell on this. So Alluvium, if you look at it, I think I'm the only sell on here. So I was looking through my charts earlier and I was like, holy shit, every coin's down 50%. Alluvium down 0. It was sitting at 44 cents since yesterday. Look at this. So since July 30th, July 31st, 1 in the morning, we're at 44 cents. July 29th, we're at 44 cents. So I sold this morning at 44 cents and I got out and got 1.1 million pulse. And let's see right now what how much that buys me back here. Well, 1,068,000. So I don't understand. I'm really confused at how when the price drops down 15%, how am I not getting that much more? It's just really bizarre. But whatever. It is. I mean, that's part of the degen plays when there's super low liquidity. I'm just thinking Pulsechain pumps. Can't remember the name. There's a new Oracle launching on Pulsechain. One that launches fiat and liquid loans will launch on Pulsechain. I think the price report on Dex Screener is off. But I thought so too, but it's not, bro, because when I went to Pulsechain or PulseX and I went to swap, the values were exactly that. Like the prices were the same. So I don't know. I'm really confused on it. I'm chilling now. I don't care. It is what it is. I loaded up. I added more where I wanted to. I got some more Pepe, some more Texan, some more Ave at like 3 cents. It's like, holy shit. At this point, like it was under 3 cents actually. I think I scooped some up for. And it's like, man, at what point is like it's either going to 0 or it's pumping back up. So I'm looking now at these rock bottom prices, which one has the most upside? And it's 3 cents, and this bad boy hit like pretty sure over a couple bucks. Yeah, it went up to $2. So we're like 60. I don't think that was just like a scam wick right there. But even so, if we go up to we're 15, 20x from the high. So that's my plan right now. Well, I like seeing Hedron pack, ICOSA pumping. Like if you're looking at these coins right now, the thing you got to do is go to the Pulsechain, the list of them up here. Oh, nice. We're now number 4. Damn it, Arbitrum. And see what's up in the last hour or the last 6 hours. Like earlier today, when I was looking at coins to buy, I was going and seeing, all right, everything is down a ton, but what is bounced back the quickest? What coins want to come back? And those that, so, you look at I was actually looking at the 5-minute chart at like 11:30 to 12 o'clock today, just seeing what was pumping. And then the hourly chart, and it looks like Hex is coming back nicely. SHIB, ICOSA, Hedron. So I think that this might be our ecosystem. We are front running the dip that's coming in all of crypto, in my opinion. And this was good. Get it out of our system. Get all this FUD, this nonsense out. And right as the movie's about to drop, as the documentary's coming. And it couldn't be launching at a better time. We're trending in all kinds of different categories. Richard Heart was right. Hex, PulseX, at least for me on my Twitter, it was. I'm getting Hexicans was trending earlier. Highest of stakes is now trending for me. So I like seeing the Hexicans making moves, getting the actual recognition, whether it is good or bad. I mean, I'm pretty much convinced that all publicity is good. This is the worst thing that could have happened and volume is up 12x. So I'm happy right now, believe it or not. And I had multiple people reach out to me today panicking, like legit panicking. And obviously they don't follow crypto every day. You know, they pull up their phone and go right to one of these websites, to CoinDesk or Cointelegraph or onto crypto Twitter, and they read the craziest stuff. And not once did they hear that they're only coming for, I think, 30 million max. And Sami had a really good tweet up here about pretty much, oh, what do you do? He put it through AI, the case, and AI and Chat GBT pretty much put up an attorney's argument proving why Hex is not a security and fails the Howey test. Where was it? I just saw it before I came on. Here it is right here. Chat GBT already beat the case. So there we go. We already got like instant attorney feedback with Chat GBT now, which is awesome. You had the play of the century. Congrats, man. D-Gens will win. Yes, smart D-Gens will win. Yes, but desperate D-Gens will not win. You got to separate the difference between those two. You know, the D-Gen stuff I could do, I'm doing it with stuff I can afford to go to zero and stuff I can afford to gamble with. Zen Classic, Uniswap, WBTC, Pepe Shib, my plays for PRC 20s. I own all 5 of those. And I'm still minting my Zen NFTs every day now. I've been showing you, if you guys haven't seen, I'm showing you how on Pulsechain minting these NFTs right here is a winning bet. You can 15x your bag of Pulsechain with each NFT that you mint. You know, it sounds crazy, but I've been oh wow, I'm in Brave. That's why I've been doing it and showing the math on here. So I can't afford not to do this, to come in and spend 20,000 Pulsechain on a Zen NFT and have it be like, let's see what the what mine are at right now. Let's see if they're at 4 billion. All right, so here we go. I got one of them already over 4 billion. So that these are costing 20 to 28,000 Pulsechain when I'm doing them. So let's see right now. I need one for like May. So May 25th. Whoa, why are you not in collectors? Collector max May 24th. Let's see how much this costs right now. So 21,000 Pulsechain. And then let's see what 4 billion gets me. And I'm gonna do this after a 50% dip. Actually, you know what? Well, last night it was 15, it was like 400,000 for the small ones, and the max ones were getting 700,000. And that was yesterday before the crash. So let's see what it prints out right now. So Zen 4 billion 587,000 Pulsechain, and it was just 20,000 to mint one. So this is for a max one. So even so, say it cuts it in half and gives me 2. That's 296,000. That's almost 15xing the amount of Pulsechain. And even if it dips 50%, that's still 8xing your bag of Pulsechain. So I just don't see how, when these start coming due in the future, how you're not going to just be printing yourself bags. You know, we'll see. But my gut tells me that, you know, not even my gut tells me, my friends are doing it and they're freaking rubbing it in my faces how much money they're printing off these NFTs. So I watch and I learn and I see what's winning around me. And one thing I've been talking about Realio. I posted a tweet about it the other day. It's one of the best performing tokenization coins for real world assets. It's on XLM, and it's the future of private equity is digital. So these guys are just tokenizing real world assets and enabling executive access to institutional grade securities. Like they already have tokenized bonds on their platform. It's just where the future is going. And this is validation for me because I own Realio Network. I bought it months ago in XLM and the Lobster wallet, where it's the cheapest to trade. And the other, I saw today that Polymath is up 42% or something like that in 24 hours. So, or might have even been more. No, it was up more. Wow, it went up almost 50%. But regardless, so Polymath is the best, I think, now probably going to be the #1 tokenization of assets coins. And I identified this coin almost 3 years ago. I bought it a year and a half ago, and I dumped it on March 21st to get into some more Texan and some more Zen for the DB Zen at the time. And I sold it at like 8. Let's see, I got, what's the current price is 20 cents, and I sold it at just under like 18 cents. So I really am break even, but this solidifies that all the research I'm doing is on point. Like these random altcoins, like who the hell else out there bought Polymath or told you about Polymath or Realio? And these are both that I own, like in these other wallets. And the HBAR stream I did last night, the 5 coins in there, I just have a feeling that those coins are going to do amazing. So there's other coins out there that if you're freaking out because your whole portfolio is in Richard Heart, the Richard Heart ecosystem, there's other stuff out there that you can own. That's fine. You know, you need your blue chips, and to go outside Richard Heart is fine, in my opinion. If you want some XLM and some Realio and some Velo and some XXA, which is tokenizing gold and other metals, you know, there's just certain parts of this market where crypto is going to take over and really help facilitate these new companies and the growth of like Web3 and these marketplaces that they're building on. And just seeing Polymath now, I mean, look at this spotty ass website up here. What's up, Sandy Scholes? Finally get to come into a live stream, but seeing your comments in the chats. That's awesome. I'm glad you're doing that because I'm regretting talking shit about Jack early when Zen launched and being like, oh, I'm not doing it, whatever. Oh, I'm waiting for Pulsechain. And now I'm costing myself $150 a day if I had just spent, you know, the $8 to $10. So right now on Pulsechain, to do this for 20,000 Pulsechain with God, and after this dip, let's see what's the price on that now. $1.30. $1.30 to mint a Zen NFT right now. So you guys know what to do. I mean, we got volume increasing like crazy. The incentive coin down to 322, but it was in the mid twos earlier. So I think we are starting to come back. That might have been it, but you never know. I mean, we are in the bear market. There's not new money coming in right now, and stuff's just sloshing around. So if something new catches on, or people need to feel the urge to degen, you know, we could see it a little more of a dip. But I mean, this spotty website, and I was still convinced enough to buy this bag and hold it through pretty much the bear market. I mean, I bought it in early 2022 and sold it last year, or from earlier this spring in the last little pump up there. So I just have a feeling that this research is right. So tokenization of assets is going to be huge. And I read the Ripple Q3 report and how many times that they mentioned tokenization and institutional DeFi was shocking. Like if you guys read this 63-page report that I went through, I didn't read all of it, but I read at least half of it. And I've never been so bullish in my life. And like, it's hard to explain it. Like you have to physically read this stuff for yourself, you know, to get the validation, or these obscure altcoins that you've been looking at or holding for a while just start popping out of the blue. And, you know, one more in this kind of portfolio is Everest ID. There's just something going on with this coin. I don't know what. It's down in the dumps right now. It's just something that I've been looking at that potentially could be another one of those sleepers with some of the weird stuff they got going on behind the scenes, and just like the digital identities. I don't know, but it's I don't own it right now. I did sell it, but it's just another one in that like tinfoil hat area that might be something to look at. But this is something cool here, seeing that staking your coins can earn you staking your NFTs earns you airplane miles. Like, this is like just some of where this is going, the different rewards and the more like customization that these companies can have with their rewards for certain people. Like, have a big genre of them, and as long as you're staking, you can choose from a pool of them. It's just really cool to see. You know, I talked about NFT 2.0s that are coming, where you can actually build onto existing NFTs. So it's not just a JPEG. Like, you can take it. Like, I could take and tokenize, you know, this hat right here and sign it or something, and then put it up on the blockchain. And then one of you guys could buy it then and take it. I'll ship you the hat, and then you could autograph it yourself, take a picture of it, and then add that to the file. So now there's a trail of 2 owners of this item. So if it's like a sports card or something rare, the more owners that have held it and owned it, the less fraud that can be involved in it. So the black market's really going to suffer, and all just like security and verification. It's hard with like eBay and sports cards. There's a lot of scamming. You know, you can open up boxes, say they were damaged. The card, it wasn't the card I ordered. I mean, I've seen the craziest stuff. So this will help prevent that and help supply chains digitize and be able to track all of the from start to finish, you know, what the ingredients, where it was made, what it was made with, when it was shipped to where, who shipped it, like the whole supply chain you'll be able to see on these apps. And it's going to be, you know, 50 transactions per item in the stores in the future, which are going to be millions of transactions that are going to be on HBAR and some of these major blue chip projects out here, even Avalanche, the stuff that they're doing, Polygon with the partnerships they're making with their NFTs. I mean, you can't ignore that stuff. All the sheets down 35% right now. Still a return. It is, bro. From me, I got your email. I will I'll definitely get back to you. That was a nice email. Appreciate you writing that. What's up, Camo Joe? Had some polymath, lost it during your MetaMask wallet debacle. Well, the fact that you own polymath, that's an awesome sign. Like, that should be validation to yourself that, you know what, I'm doing the right thing. Whatever research I'm doing is working. Because I can tell you, there's not one hexagon I know that owns polymath right now that I'm aware of. If you're out there, let me know, because, you know, just seeing it pump like this and the tokenization narrative, everybody that's talking about it in the mainstream, Ripple really hammering it home. Goldman Sachs has been talking about it. $700 trillion could come into the industry by 2030. Or no, yeah, it was $700 trillion, which was tokenizing all the assets in the world. That's what it was. And it was $16 trillion market by 2030. And we're just scratching the surface right now. I mean, if we go up here to cryptocurrencies and categories, you can go to real world assets, and you can see how big the entire ecosystem is. I mean, it's tiny. $2.7 billion total. So we're going to trillions. Just think about that. I mean, that's 500x from right now. FTX relaunch its exchange. I knew they were, bro. As soon as I saw Ripple was involved and bidding on it, I was like, you got to be kidding me. Ripple also bought a portion of Bitstamp, so they want into exchanges. So, you know, that's crazy. If they actually are, I'm not surprised. Like, and they're going to give it to somebody in the United States, some kind of major bank entity or some big player through behind the scenes. They're going to be partners with them. Watch, and that'll be another way to just hand the keys of crypto to traditional finance. What's up, Wheel? How you doing, brother? Appreciate you stopping in. So, guys, I'm not going to really talk about this. I mean, I'm sure all you guys have been listening to Spaces, and people have been beating it into a horse today. But we just saw what happened with Ripple, how frivolous it was. The EOS nightmare. They're still listed on all exchanges. They had a $4 billion raise. So they're going after $30 million total. If Richard just, pays the fine, I mean, how bad can it really be at the end of the day? So I'm not worried about it at all. I mean, this is opportunity, and people are scared, legitimately. Like, friends of mine were honestly calling me like, dude, I don't know. I think Richard really is a scammer. I mean, I really think his days are numbered, and they're serious. Like, they're not kidding. So I can really tell that gives me a good sense that at the average person that owns crypto because I told them to, or because someone else told them to, and they don't research it every day, they're really on the fence right now and really, really nervous. We've been through everything in the Richard Heart ecosystem. Been called scammers, been fudded for years. I mean, all the SEC investigations that went out to all the streamers last year. So we could kind of see this coming. It wasn't really new for any of us, but for the average person, it's scary, and they are being shaken out, unfortunately, and they don't have that conviction. They don't see the writing on the wall and see what, they're not here to be on these streams and absorb the information. Be like, wow, these banks are really doing the opposite of what they're saying. Like, they really are clearly going into crypto. And we talked about the article a couple days ago that $14 billion European bank was going all into crypto, and they were keeping 70% in Bitcoin and Ethereum at all times. So it was through ETFs, but that's them saying we are freaking desperate. We need crypto, and it's all coming. Fidelity is building out their platforms. I wouldn't be surprised if there's already a new update to their crypto tab. If you just go to fidelity.com, right in the front, right in the top, their crypto products right there. And let's see if they've updated anything. Nope, they haven't. Wow. So Fidelity hasn't updated nothing yet, but it won't be long before they do. Even Hex Trust, nothing to do with our Hex, but they are an institutional, basically, not like consultants, but they hold your keys for you in a sense. Like, if you're a fund and you don't know what the hell you're doing, you want exposure to something you heard about, they'll set you up with your wallets. They'll custody everything for you. They'll do, they'll do all the stuff you don't want to do. It's where Bitcoiners are heading, where they'll just pay 5% for someone to hold all their stuff, because why would I custody my own assets? Like, why take responsibility? And it's just sad. So I think they're building out these platforms for the big boys. They need staking for the institutions. They need enterprises being able to use these decentralized liquidity pools. And once that they're up and running, then us as the plebs, the retail, we can then come in and follow. So I'm not expecting these ETFs until right around the Bitcoin halving, or early next year. Let retail suffer, let them get fudded out, so we could come in, buy up all your bags, and then sell it back to you as some kind of derivative, or some kind of, like, I don't know, like JP Morgan Link, or JP Morgan Uniswap, or JP Morgan Bitcoin. It's worth the same. You can trade it, but you can't leave here with it. And that's where they're going to get you, because they're going to be able to stake all the altcoins and collect all the yield, because that's what it's all about, is getting yield and chasing yield in crypto. So they're going to figure out where the yield is. They're going to get it all, and then they're going to suck half of it for themselves and let us nibble on the scraps. I can see it already coming, but we're going to front run this. We're going to crush it. And this is just more validation, seeing Polymath pump out of all coins. Polymath, it's like, let's go. Realio's pumping. It's only a matter of time before these, even HBAR, the Dovu coin, pumped up 10% today. The carbon credit coin. So always one of these altcoins that I talk about, seems to be pumping. So I got my $20, $25, $100 lottery tickets punched, scratched, or ready to be scratched, and ready for the bull run. Told the people that don't know about Richard and really know about Hex, the news will scare them away. It really does, bro. The haters are gloating now. They'll pump our bags. They will. Well, just seeing the volume at 15 million compared to where we were yesterday on stream. It was last night or the night before. We were at 1.19 million. And I was looking at Saucerswap, comparing it to that because the volume was so low. And now we're at 15 million. So I'm not worried at all. We've now burned 1.37% of the supply. So you can't ignore it. It's only a matter of time. We're going to pump. We're gonna be able. I think this also too lets Richard be able to draw his beautiful 1000x brag charts, his candles that he loves. And this is, I think he couldn't have used the first week when it ratio trades and people didn't have access to their coins. They couldn't trade because they didn't have Pulse. It was just a nightmare. So him being able to actually draw from these bottoms. I think 1,000, I don't know if 1000x can be possible from here, but we'll see. I was talking to Chaos Chris earlier, and I think that around a 40 to 60x is where we're gonna go from here. That just feels right. I think you got to take more risks, and you got to be in some of these altcoins to really get your couple hundred X's. Like Texan, I think will outperform Pulse and Pulse X. I think TYRH. I think Time. I think some of these other coins will outperform the core coins, which is going to shock a lot of people. And this bull run is going to end early. Everything trades faster, and these markets front run further out into the future than they ever have before. Technology's faster than ever. I just don't see this bull run not either blowing off top early or just being an all-out disappointment and ending early. I really agree with Sami on his points there. But when I listen to people that tell me it's going to 120K and they make a great point and it's very logical, I can see how that's a possibility too. So it's percentages. What's the odds Bitcoin doesn't go to 100K? What's the odds it goes to 120? What's the odds it goes to 150? I think those. And then what's the odds it goes above 150? So you have 4 scenarios, and then you got to weigh those. And then in another year from now, kind of readjust. And then 2 years from now, we should be starting the bear market, and it's not going to feel like it. Just like the last one. It felt like the bull market was still here. We were going extended cycles, triple tops. You heard it all. And nothing was really different. So that's all I got for tonight, guys. Like, share, subscribe. It was a crazy day out here in Hexaco, but you know what? It makes everybody here stronger that's here. And the whales that sold now, let them get out now before they're selling in the bull market. That just prevents us from going higher and higher and higher, the more whales that are in. So if they can get out now before we pump, that's just more upside potential, in my opinion. So I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Got some good guests coming on in the next few days. So I think you guys will appreciate that, and hopefully we can get some pumps. Or actually, we don't even need pumps now. You know what? We need to stabilize and find a new bottom and finalize the bottom and officially it being in, so we can set sails for the firmament. All right, guys, like, share, subscribe. I'm out of here. Peace.